All right.
Cool.
Well, let's get to some weekend picks, Bob.
Yeah, let's do this.
It is summer TV time if we're in my category of TV. And usually, for the most part, that means the fare is lighter than usual, sort of like the beach reading phenomenon transferred onto TV.
Hmm.
Um, but if there's any show that exemplifies the equivalent of summer beach reading, it is True Blood, which returns on Sunday. It's
Ooh.
Alan Ball's sexy, soapy vampire TV show set in the backwoods of Louisiana. Except Alan Ball, I think, has left. Maybe was fired for
Hmm.
some reason. And it's gotten more over the top every season. Truth be told, I'm actually slightly behind, still halfway through the last season, but I'll be catching up to share in this campy, boobs-filled vampire adventure along with the legions of fangbangers out there. Um,
Is that the technical term, fangbanger?
yeah, I think it is.
Nice.
Yeah, we're considering, we're trying to figure out what we're going to watch this summer, and just to break the fourth wall here, this is something we might be putting up, but we're still finalizing that once
Right,
Mad
and
Men
is
Game of
this the
Thrones is.
final season for this show, True Blood?
Oh Lord, I hope so. I don't
Meaning,
think I don't think
okay.
they said officially, but Alan Ball has left the project, so they're probably giving it one last chance to see if it. I don't know. A lot of people watch it. It's pretty highly rated. Probably a lot of people like it more than I do. But I think it may be the last season. It hasn't been officially decided yet.
So here's the deal, like write in if you think this is a bad idea and you want to prevent me if you're like a True Blood fan and this is the wrong way to do it. I'm considering just watching this season and reviewing it with Logan on the fly without having any of the backstory and just kind of jumping right in. Um,
I think that'd be a great
but
perspective personally. But yeah, please
if
tell us if
somebody
you like
wants
it
to
or hate
stop
it.
me, yeah.
Awesome. Tell us what's on the scene for movies, Bob.
Well, here's the thing. So when we first started this, I was supposed to give 5 picks for movies that are must-sees this summer in terms of
Yeah.
cultural relevance, and the internship I was hoping would be good, along with being relevant with those 2 leads and the premise and all that good stuff. But the reason I'm recapping that is because I only gave 4, and I think that the 5th one is coming out this weekend. So I'm going to see 2 movies this weekend. That's the goal. Man of Steel, which was already on the list. That's the Superman reboot. And
Yes.
the other one is This Is the End, which is it's end of the world movie, but it's oh, sorry about this. It's an end of the world movie, and it is about. It's directed and written by Seth Rogen, and has all those quirky comedy actors that are usually in Jude Apatow movies.
But they like play themselves, right?
Half of them do.
Okay.
I don't think all of them quite play themselves. So
Well,
it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. But I think it's more relevant. I wish I would have called this out a long time ago, because I think it's an important comedy, and I think comedies deserve a seat at the table in terms of summer movies that are important to see.
well, I'm really glad you said that, because I was going to ask you about that one, because I knew Man of Steel was up for tomorrow, and we haven't really said a whole lot about that to remind us. But while we're on, this is the end. I saw the preview while I was watching the internship, and yeah, I mean James Franco certainly plays himself, or a caricaturized version of
Right.
himself, and other people they're talking about, like Rihanna, Aziz Ansari at least, and it seems like other people play themselves too. But I'm glad you said that, because I was sort of thinking about watching it myself. Quick pitch for Man of Steel.
Yeah, so Man of Steel is by the real reason to see it is because it's directed by Zack Snyder, and I think we covered this in a previous episode, but it was already Superman already tried was already rebooted not so long ago, and you and I both saw it, and it wasn't great. This is supposed to be the real reboot. It's got Kevin Costner in it. It's got Amy Adams, and it's got the Zack Snyder effect. He's directed lots of these, like 300 and lots of
Mm.
these epic movies. It does have the way too long factor for me. It's like 2.5 hours long, so that's kind of a bummer.
Oh,
But I think it's important because there's a lot of buzz and almost hype. The bubble might be bursting now that people are actually getting to see it, but there was a lot of hope for this movie, and I'm still hopeful. I'm hoping it's pretty good. I think Zack Snyder does a good job for what he does, and we'll see if he can do that for a non-rated R superhero movie.
right on. Well, it's TV, it's movies, it's practically culture. Those are our weekend picks. Go forth and watch, people.